Today in moral science class we are going to discuss about helpfulness, and that comes under lesson 2. Helpfulness, what it is? Helpfulness is a quality of rendering useful assistance to others. That means it is a quality to give help, to help others or to support others. It is a gesture of kindness to others. That means it is a signal, or it shows a movement that is that shows kindness towards the others. That when we are helpful to someone, we are kind to that person. Helping makes life easier for other fellow human beings. So when we help others, the life of those people, it becomes easier, saving time and energy. If we help others, then we save their time also, and and energy also. Often to accomplish a task others feel inadequate to accomplish. That means we can make the work of the other person easier. If the other person finds it hard, then we can help, and the work can be done easily. With the help of with our help, it can become easy for the others to do that work, and it will save the time also and the energy of the person. Now you can see in this picture that a girl is helping her mother in washing the utensils. That means she is saving time of her mother also. The time is saved as well as her energy is also saved. So we should help others. And then can see here in this picture also, these two girls, they are helping each other. The work becomes very easy. Now see in this picture. In this picture, what is happening? This lizard, it is helping the another lizard. The other lizard is going to fall down, but the first lizard is helping it so that it cannot fall down and it will lift itself. Now we will learn about what is helpfulness. Okay, helpfulness is being of service. It is doing useful things for people, such as things they cannot do for themselves, something they do not have time to do, or just little things that make life easier. It is important to be helpful to ourselves too by taking care of our bodies. There are times when we need help from others. That is a good time to ask for help. So here it is explained that helpfulness is that we help others also, as well as we should help ourselves also. If we need help, we can ask to other people that okay, you can help me so that I can also take care of myself. So helpfulness is from both the sides. We can help others also, and we should get the help from other person also. We may get the help of other person also. So and that will make the life easier for us. Now why we should practice it? So we all need help sometimes. We need people to teach us and people to give us their strength or ideas. Sometimes we just need a friend to talk to. If there were no helpfulness, there would be no cooperation. So here it is said that when we want anyone, okay, when we want anyone to be our friend, if we are helpful, okay, if we are helpful, then we will find that we have a lot of friends with us, because we want someone. We are social beings, okay, and we want someone to talk with us, to be friendly with us. So if we are not helpful to anyone, then for 1 or 2 days that person can be with us, but if he sees or she sees that we are not helpful, then what happens? They also become unfriendly. They will not like to cooperate with us. So we should be helpful. If then when we practice helpfulness, we get more done. We make each other's lives easier. So helpfulness makes the life easier for everyone. Now how do you practice? How we can practice? When you are helpful, you care about others. You don't wait to be asked. So when we are helpful, okay, when we want to help others, then we should help. We should not wait that the other person will ask help, then only we are going to help. Suppose if someone is crossing the road, okay, and the person is not able to cross the road, then what we can do? We can help that person. We should immediately go there and just try to help that person. Then we should not wait that the person will call, then we will go. If someone falls down, okay, if someone falls down, just try to pick him up and then make him stand so that he is able to walk. Don't leave him like that and wait that first he will shout, he will call to help me, then I am going to help. Now you notice what needs to be done and just do it. If you cannot figure out someone needs, ask them, how can I help, or what do you need? If you think that okay, he is not able to, if you are not able to understand what is the problem or the person is not able to tell you, then you can ask that can I help you? What type of help do you need? Then remember to help yourself by eating healthy foods. So ourselves also we have to help ourselves, and by eating healthy foods, exercising and getting plenty of rest. So we can take care of ourselves, that means we can help ourselves by eating healthy. We should eat healthy foods and then exercise. We should do exercise daily so that our body remains healthy, and we should take rest also. Rest is also very important. Along with the work, rest is also very important for us to be healthy. And remember to ask for help when you need it. So you should not think that okay, when I'll ask for help, what the other person will think about me. So when you need help, you should ask for it. You are practicing helpfulness when you notice when someone needs help, okay. That means that when someone needs help, you should go and help. Do a service without being asked. So don't wait that the person will ask you help, then you are going to ask, and then you are going to help. Give people what they need, not always what they want. So what the people need, we should give them, and not always what they want. It is not necessary that if they will want it, then only we are going to give it. Listen to someone who needs to talk, okay. If someone wants to talk to us, then we should talk. Care for your own needs, and then we should care for ourselves also. Ask for help when you need it. So we should ask for our help when we also need it. Now about the story. Now what is in the story? The story is about the mice and the old farmer. So in this story, listen to the story and see the story. Chirpy was a sparrow who happily flew around and brought news to the mouse. So here there is a sparrow named Chirpy, and she was happily flying here and there, and as she used to fly, she used to go to different places and brought news to the mice. There were different mice. She used to bring news from different areas and give to the mice. One day Chirpy gathered the mice around her to give them the latest news. So one day what happened? This Chirpy, she brought news and told to the mice, and she told all the mice that come near, I'll tell you about the latest news. Now Chirpy said in a sad voice. Now Chirpy was sad. Why? See, today I was flying over our field and I came to know that due to bitter cold, the old farmer's bullocks have all died. So what news did Chirpy brought? Chirpy had seen that. Chirpy had seen that the old farmer's bullocks died. Why? Because due to bitter cold, it was very cold, and because of that the old farmer's bullock it died. Then he can't plough his field and he has nothing to eat. So the farmer, he was not able to plough the field. Why? Because the bullocks have died and he was not having anything to eat. He is bearing the misfortune with patience. So the farmer, he is bearing his misfortune. That means he is bearing his bad luck with patience, and is not complaining, and is not complaining about his misfortune. But he looks rather sad and dejected. But he is very sad and unhappy. are disappointed. This news made everyone worried. So, after listening this news, everyone was worried. The chief mouse broke the silence. Now everyone was worried. They were quiet and thinking what to do. Then the chief mouse, he said that he broke the silence. That means he spoke that what a pity we are living so happily in the old farmer's field while himself is starving. So he is saying that what a pity how it is that we are living very happily and we are not worried about the farmer on whose field we are eating, okay, from his what grains he is growing. Those grains these mice they eat and they are living happily, but the farmer he is not having food to eat today, he is starving. Chirpy asked, "What should we do then?" Now Chirpy is asking, "Then what should we do?" The chief thought for a while and answered. Now the chief is thinking, and then he said, "It won't harm us. We all give one grain each day from our store to the farmer." So the chief is saying that now what we should do, one grain, okay, one grain every day we can give to farmer, then it will not be very harmful for us. If from our store we take one grain and give to the farmer, then what will happen? There will be no harm and the farmer can eat it. The way he can at least have one meal a day. So when we will give one grain to the farmer, then what will happen? The grain will be accumulated over there and the farmer will have his meal one time a day. Moreover, we can help him in plowing the field by using our paws to make the furrows in the soil. So he is saying, the chief is saying that we can help the farmer also. How? By using our paws. We can use our paws to make furrows in the field. Furrows means a line in a field that is used for planting seeds. So the mouse is saying, chief is saying that we can, with our paws, we can help to plow the field and we can make lines so that if the bullock in place of bullock we can be used to plow the field, we can make furrows, we can make lines, and in between that this farmer he can sow his seeds. Everyone agreed readily to the suggestion. Now everyone was ready. Okay, yes, you are saying correct. Then what happens? From that day onwards, they contributed one grain of wheat towards the farmer's meal. So afterwards, what's happening? Then everyone is agreeing, and then from the next day, all of them are giving one grain of wheat and taking to the farmer to eat. They also helped him in plowing the field. Now these mice, they are also helping in plowing the field, as they have said that they make furrows and then they plow the field over there. The farmer was touched by their action. Now the farmer, he was very happy he, by their action. When he saw those mice doing those type of work, he was very happy. Then he felt greatly indebted to them and thanked them. Then what he was thinking, he was very grateful. Okay, he was very grateful seeing their action, and then he is thanking them. Dear mice, he said, I am grateful to you for your kind assistance. So he is saying to the mice that I am very grateful. I am filled with gratitude. I am grateful to you. Why? Because for your kind assistance, for your help and support, I am very thankful to you. To assist me, you have gone to the extent of depriving yourself of your store of crop. So now he is saying that to assist me, to help me, what you have done, you have gone to the extent of depriving yourself. That means if you give me from your grains, if you give me from your grains one grain, then what will happen? One day your grain will be over, okay, your store will be over. So you have not thought about that and you brought the grains for me. And then or depriving yourself, that means you are not thinking about yourself and brought for me. Then so necessarily to your lives in so necessary to your lives in winter. That means he is saying that these grains you had stored for winter, but you did not think that if I give those grains to farmer, then our store will be over, our grains will be over, then what we will eat. Then also you brought for us, for me. Then I can never adequately thank you for your heartfelt gratitude. So he is saying, uh, I can never adequately thank you for your generous deed, and all I can do is express my heartfelt gratitude. So he is saying that I cannot thank you. How much you have done, that is less to thank you for you, as you are so generous. So for your generous deed, for your kind action, I am very thankful to you. I cannot express it. And then, how, how you have done for me, I have deeply felt, and then I am deeply thankful to you. I hope you make yourself comfortable in my field and live in this land for as long as you wish. So he is saying to the mice that you have made my life comfortable, so you also please be here and feel yourself comfortable. No one is going to disturb you, and remain in the field as for much long time you want to live over here. You can live, you can eat, you can enjoy whatever you want to do, you can do. During the harvest season, the old farmer had a good crop and was very happy. When the farmer, he had cut the crops, he had got a bountiful, he had got plenty of crops, he was very happy, and the mice too had plenty to eat. Not the farmer, he had a lot of crops, so mouse also, these mice also, they had a lot of grains to eat, and often held feast where they sang and danced and ate rich meals. So now what is happening? They are very happy. Everyone is happy as they are having a lot of food to eat. They are dancing, singing and enjoying. They all grew fat and healthy and became the most prosperous mice in the mice land. So, eating good food, they have become healthy and became the most prosperous. They became the rich and successful mice in the mice land. So, this is how these mice, they have helped the farmer, and after helping the farmer has also helped the mice, and they live happily. So from this story we learn that we should not think only about ourselves, we should think for others also, and be helpful to others.